What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Bitcoin stock trader. Today we're talking about the auditing of Fort Knox Gold. Early in Donald Trump's presidency, he and Elon talked about the audit. They're going to try to audit the gold to find out if it's all there. And now nobody's talking about it whatsoever. They're just moving on to other things. On the news, they're not even questioning anyone. No one's even questioning it. So what happened is, they did want to audit it, but then adult supervision stepped in and said, somebody, Scott Bassett or some important highfalutin individual in the government said, hey, Trump, don't talk about auditing Fort Knox anymore. And Trump said, okay, I'm sorry. And then they stopped. That's what happened. The reason they didn't want to audit it, it's because it'll draw too much attention to gold. That's it. They don't want anyone to look at gold. Only the banks can buy gold. They don't want people watching the news thinking, they're talking about gold a lot. Why do they keep talking about auditing the gold? Maybe I should buy some gold. No, they don't want gold in your mind. They don't want you to think about gold because then the people will get it. And then they don't want the people to have power. The government's got to have all the power. So they don't want gold in your hands and in my hands. They don't want us to think about it or look at gold or know anything about it. They want us looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the ultimate distraction. So that's what happened. Adult supervision stepped in. They told Trump, don't talk about the gold anymore. Don't talk about auditing Fort Knox. And Trump said, okay, we can't do, and he probably told Elon, I was just told we can't do the audit anymore. And then it just went dead. That's exactly what happened. I don't know which individual, like I said, Scott Bassett, somebody in the government, somebody that is very powerful. They called up Trump and they said, don't ever talk about Fort Knox ever again. And Trump said, yeah. Sorry. He probably said, I'm very sorry. He probably said, I apologize 1,000 times, Basically, Trump's boss. So most people don't know that Trump even has a boss. But he's fully controlled, and he does have a boss. Trump is a actual puppet to a very large degree. Most people don't believe that. But yes, every president is a puppet, or they wouldn't be allowed to be in the Oval Office. They do the agenda of the elites. Guys, I've already said too much. I'm not even supposed to say this stuff. So please join me on the next video. Remember to join the Patreon, okay? If you want to start making money today, join the Patreon. The stocks that I have on my Patreon are going crazy. It's $10. Guaranteed you're going to make that $10 back within a couple of days. So it's a no-brainer. Join up on the Patreon, guys. We'll see you there.